We're standing here in the addition space of the Clarendon Hills split level project. This family was looking for a better kitchen space, more connection. One of the big challenges with split levels is everything's kind of split up a little bit. So in trying to create new space, it's how about all those things connect. The beautiful kitchen, all of this is new, added on from where the house used to end, right over there. It's a huge functional kitchen, very social space with also an eat-in breakfast area over here. One of the challenges with something like this is where the house used to end, you can't completely eliminate that wall. So what really worked in this case is we were able to build in fridge space, pantry space. This kitchen pantry area closet was pretty necessary in a design where there weren't a lot of tall cabinets. We wanted to keep it really light. This beautiful wood oak door, brass hardware really accentuates the design. A nice small shallow pantry cabinet is really lovely inside a working kitchen. Kids can come in there and grab their snacks, but it doesn't need to be where you house all of the huge items. That can kind of be tucked away in a different area. We really love the stained oak and then the reeded glass too. The fluted glass is really trendy right now. The built-in refrigerator is another lovely feature. There was an intention not to make it look like cabinetry here because it actually is built into the wall. One of the wonderful things about built-in refrigerators is the hinging. You could see how close we can get with the actual refrigerator and the actual framing of the wall. When you open it up, you could see how that hinge is working and not hitting anything on the way in, on the way out, but you get this nice flush install. The prep sink area in this kitchen was not originally planned. It came about a little bit later. When you think about the layout of this kitchen with it being so spacious, you think about your traditional working triangle, which is the distance between the three major components in a kitchen. It's the refrigerator, it's the range or the cooking element, and then the major sink. Well, you could kind of see that sink is pretty darn far away from the other two elements here. So it made a lot of sense to add a small prep sink where you could do a few washing up items. You could kind of rinse off that produce before you start prepping it for your meal. It's a really great touch if you're working with a really long or a spacious kitchen. One of the things we love to do, and one of the things we hear quite often, is how do we make this counter space feel cleaner? How do we get rid of all the clutter? A lot of families, a lot of people in working kitchens have a lot of small appliances taking up space on their countertop. So how can we hide those away? One of our favorites is an appliance garage. This is a perfect place to tuck away that coffee maker, that smoothie blender, the toaster even, and it really fits really well right in these corners where you can also have an upper cabinet right above to hold that glassware and make it just kind of a different look for the rest of the cabinetry in the kitchen. In this case, we see the reeded glass as well, which is a really lovely trend, but kind of obscures the things inside. So it looks really neat and put together. On the outside of the Clarendon Hills addition job, you could see the full effect of adding on space across the whole back of the house and it being a split level and how that could be a little bit challenging. Most remodelers or home builders might just come and approach a split level with just adding on to one half here. What we chose to do is really take over the entire span of the back of the home. One of the things we love to do is take advantage of views and light that comes in from the backyard. So by adding on the back of a split level, this level here is actually at grade or very close to grade with a small step up. This is that mudroom portion we were looking at with some lovely windows that look out to the yard, some high windows so you could still have some storage underneath. We've got a great slider with new access to the backyard, but what this allows us to do is go straight down to that second level that's about half below grade. So the rest of the steps are going down that way. This is actually introducing a fourth level of the house, if you think about it. You've got this split level there, you come down a couple steps to this mudroom level, and then you go down another 4 or 5 to that lower level, and then they've got their second floor as usual up there. Other things on the back of the house, so this is all new as well. This was This is where the kitchen is sitting right now. And we went a little back and forth if they really needed another door so close to the other one, but they're actually at different levels. So this one comes right off the kitchen, right where that eating area is. It brings in great light, and then you get that direct access to the backyard right from the kitchen, as well as from the lower level and the mudroom area back there.